morning, friends. How are you? I hope you are fine. Okay, today our topic is equally likely outcomes. Before I start, I will show you a small video clip that is very helpful. So after it, we start our lecture.
Coin toss. You will not believe how interesting it is. Think about it. When you toss a coin, it will either land a head or a tail. Either head or tail. All of us would agree that these are the only two possibilities. Suppose I ask you a simple question. What is the probability of the coin landing a head? This question asks us that if we toss a coin, what is the likelihood that the coin lands a head? How do we calculate it? Here's how. There is only one way in which you can get a head. The only way is if it lands a head. That's the first thing we had to find out to find this probability. The second thing we need to find out is the total number of possibilities. In total, there are only two possibilities, a head or a tail. This number in the denominator is actually all possibilities. These two cover all the possibilities since you cannot possibly get any other outcome. You either get a head or a tail. This tells you that out of the two possibilities, there is only one way in which this event can occur. So the probability of a coin landing a head is 1 by 2, which is 1/2. This is a fraction and can also be written in decimal form as 0.5.
Now, as it is same, we are doing here the about tail. Okay, it's quite resemble. Means there is what is the way that if you flip the coin, if you spin the coin, so you will get a tail. So it's also one, and all possibility should be two. So that is what we call it equally likely. Okay. Now the new and the most important thing is if you throw a coin 10 times. Okay, here is the formula of the probability of the equal event. Now, next thing is here you listen.
Coins tossed simultaneously. I'm talking about one coin being tossed 10 times. Since the events are equally likely, does that mean that after 10 throws, we will surely get 5 heads and 5 tails? This will not always be true. You may get 6 heads and 4 tails, or maybe 9 heads and a tail, or maybe even 10 tails. So what does this half essentially tell us? It tells us that if the process of tossing a coin is repeated many times, then we will get approximately the same number of heads and tails. So if you toss a fair coin 1,000,000 times, you will see that you would get almost the same number of heads and tails. Remember, the probability does not give you a perfect or a sure shot answer. It just tells you the likelihood of an event occurring.
Now let's start our topic. Okay, as it is same, we have 8 different cards. Okay, and we are just putting down on the table. Okay, so what we will do, let's suppose if we have a card and you're choosing the card at a randomly and you don't know what is it. So what we will do that if you choose one card, so what is the probability the card that you are choosing should be 5. So first thing, that number of possibility occur. How many times you are receiving the card, and the card should be 5. That is 2 only. Okay, there are 2 cards, so possibility occur should be only 2, and the total number of possibility that is should be 8. So that is equally likely to 1.5 because 2 is present, 2 and 8 are present in the same table. So in two tables, so we will easily find. So we will say 1 by 4 is an equally likely outcome. So we're talking about greater than 9. So greater than 9, how many numbers are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we said that 4 by 8. 4 the total the possibility occur, and total number of possibility. So we will say like that it is a probability of getting equally likely outcome, that is 1.5. So what is the probability that you are getting even numbers? So first thing, we are counting how many even numbers occur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we said 5. Total number of possibility should be 8. So we say 5 by 8. They does not have any equilateral even. So even numbers are these. So 5 cards has an even number. So the probability is 5 by 8. Now here is question number 1. It is so simple. Okay, there are 20 pictures in the card of the set. Means 6 flowers, 4 trees, 3 birds, 5, like that. So what is the probability that when you receive, so it should be bird, and we know that total pictures should be 20. So first thing we are just finding birds. How many birds? 3 birds. So we say 3 by 20. A line, how many lines are here? So we are just finding there are 2 lines. So we say 2 by 10, that is equally likely to 1 by sorry, 2 by 20, that is equally likely by 1 by 10. A plant, how many plants are here? So we are just finding how many plants, flower and trees. So I think we are just combining these two. So 4 and 3, sorry, 6 and 4, 10. So 10 by 20, that is 1 by 2. An animal for 4 legs? No, but doesn't have 4 legs. It's a 2 leg and 5 show antipoles. So antipoles, there are 2 lines here. So let's check 2 and 5, that is 7. So we just said that. So here is 7 by 20 is the probability of getting the animal that has 4 legs. As it is same the remaining questions, and let's try to find question number 4, where here are the words that is called mathematics. One card at a random. What is the probability that the letter should be M? So first thing, how many numbers are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total numbers are 11, and how many M's are here? 2. So it's 2 by 11. As it is same, not a T. Other than T means there are 2 T we remove from 11. So it's 9 by 11. Vowels, A, E, I, O, U, these are the vowels. So A, E, 4. So there are 4. So we say 4 by 11. The remaining all question we are doing. So it's so simple, not difficult for us to understand this. Now, one more question. That what is the probability that you can throw the that it should be red? You have a 15 red balls, okay, in a snooker, and others balls color are yellow, green, blue, white, pink. So let's find. Here you can see there are 4, 8, 12, and these are 15. Balls are the other colors. So after 15, so here are 4, that is 19, 20, 21, 22. So there are 22 balls. So how many are red? So 15 by 22. We are writing like 15 by 20. What is the probability that the remainings are not red? So that is 7. So we are say 7 by 20. Yellow, only 1 by 22, and red, white, and blue means red, white, and blue. 15, 16, 17, 17 by 22. So as it is same, orange is 0. So we said question number 8. A teacher has a 12 red pen, 8 blue pen, 5 black pens, and green pen. She hand one at a random to each student in the class. Find the probability that the first student in a given a red pen. So what is the probability? First, what we'll do, we just find the total possibilities. What is the total possibility? 12 plus 8. We're just counting all, add all the numbers. So 12 plus 8, that is 20, plus 5, 25, plus 7, that is 32. So out of 32, so we are just say 12 by 32. So if we simplify more, so 12 by 32, that is equal to 3 by 8. So that is our answer. Decrease means if it's all depend on the number of pens, how many pen does she have? So she have a 12 pen. Okay, so I don't think so, because she just distribute 2 pens. So there are very less chances. So the probability is 10 by 24. So that is must be equal to 5 by 12, or the chances increase because the 5 by 12 is bigger than 3 by 8. I hope you understand. If you didn't understand anything, just feel free to ask me.